say that. The stream crashes. Lovely. Anyway, CRL Panda up to set his first competitive time in Q3. 14.6.59. Crago doesn't beat it. Who's next? It is JD. He's invalidated. Liverpool fan after that. He goes second. Free fall after that. He goes fourth. Paradox. Sort of after that. Give me a second. Yep, there we go. He'll look to go pole here. He doesn't just. Who's next? Rizzle Sticks. He's invalidated. Should we now get on board with Drapes? No purple sector 2 for him. Through the final corner now. (15.4). I have a feeling always we see freefall go off there. Perfect timing. Let's all laugh at freefall, everyone. Ha 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 ha. Revenge for Spa. Comes up to the line now. JD goes 7th after the 17.6. Real Sticks wide and invalidates. To go out on his outlap, and Forster still sitting nice and cozy. Drapes up just maybe looking to go again here. Or just about using all the curbs. Purple sector 2 for Drapes. A man in form, shall we say, since around the Austria period. It's got a lovely Colgate looking helmet on. As he sets a 15.1 and goes 4th. Infinite Glory here. Let's get on board properly with him. This is my bad. I've been awful in the last 2 minutes. Here we go. Purple sector 1 for him. Well done, that man in the Mercedes, going well through sector 1. Oh, as I say that, he sort of loses it. I've commentated cursed another person. That one was almost instant as well. Jesus, my luck. If I say anything good about you, you're 10 times more likely to make a mistake. So yeah, actually I'm the reason Mr. Pan's been off. Well, purple sector 2 still, according to Codemasters. We all know what they're like though. Here we go, through the penultimate corner. Nice run there, not quite touching the curb. Running deep and then cutting back in now to finish his lap. It's going to just be off the front row. If he didn't lose it in sector 2, he would have definitely been on pole. But JD here, he's down on his time. Let's see if he can get into a more competitive time. No, he's going to peel in. What about, I assume, yeah, he's backed off. Well, this gives me a moment's rest for now. Drapes in. Lovely. I quite like to see what Forster can do. A bit of open track. Same with Rizzle Sticks. A bit of open track now. Clean air. See what you boys can do. You're in Q3 for a reason, lads. We all believe in you. I mean, Forster doesn't need much more belief. He's won the title with 4 rounds to go. In a championship where you get 40 points for a win. That is unbelievable work from him, can I just say. Anyway. Infinite Glory, yeah. Looks like he will be darting into the pit lane. And look who's on provisional pole as it stands. Look who it is. But JD looking... JD or Paradox? It's Paradox, the man who's closest to Panda, looking to best his own time and put himself provisional pole position. So Rizzle? No, that's just the Mercedes guys. Quite complicated because they both wear white shirts. So if Rizzle sticks to set a competitive time. Talk of competitive times, JD's out as well. Or Williams of Drapes, he's looking to come out again. Quick turnaround from him. As Paradox looks to be setting a time here. See his sector 1 split here. It's not purple, he's up by a 10th. Oh, get a bow shape touching that curb there. Nice riding of that curb though. Very tight to the inside there, not far away from invalidation. Forster out as well now, by the way. Just started his flying up. We'll get on board with him in a second. Purple middle sector, but he's up at Codemasters. I mean, yeah, if he had purple sector 2, makes sense. Okay, yeah, ignore me. Will he get a clean run through the penultimate and final corner? It looks so. Up to the line. Doesn't improve. Who's next to cross? Who's on a flyer? Is it JD? It is JD. He's invalidated. Ignore me. Drapes. He's fractionally up. And then it will be our championship winner Forster. Drapes goes for Forster now. Through, gets a bit out of shape there, it looked. He goes 5th. Infinite Glory on an out lap. Craigo. Up to line for him. He goes 4th now. Panda starting his next flying lap. Rizzlestick invalidated. Unlucky my man. Freefall invalidated. Unlucky my man. Liverpool fan invalidated. Will probably have enough time to get round and go again. He definitely will. Just getting himself nice and prepared. Same with Rizzlesticks. Can go again here. Paradox. He won't. Oh, he will have enough time. He's going to put into the pit lane. P2 it is for him at the moment. Let's have a look at Panda here. He's. Oh, he's improved. Sorry, I'm getting overly excited. This is a man who hasn't had the best of luck due to me. So, yeah. Free fall stays P8 on a 15.5. He won't be happy with himself with that time. But actually, if we go here, Drapes improves by a touch. Craig Forster. He's up. Is it by enough? As it stands, it is. That's a great time on the 14.4. But Panda's up as well. Are we going to see it? Just nice and clean. Up to line. Is he going to be on pole? He is going to be on pole. Chris Panda is clear by 2 tenths on the front. Rizzlestick's yet to set a time though. Let's see what he can do. He's not going to be far off. He's not P6. Not a bad time for him. Liverpool fan, what's he going to do? Up to the line. 14.6 as well, I believe. That puts him P3. Great lap from the Renault driver. I can't Adam and Eve it. The man from Wales, he's on pole. CRL Panda is on pole by 2 tenths to 4-star, our championship winner. Liverpool fan in third. We saw that lap. Great lap from him. Paradox dropped from 2nd to 4th. Infinite Glory 5th. By the way, look at this field spread, by the way. From P8 to P1 is 5 tenths. I said I wanted to see them all get, you know, under the 15s. And JD wasn't far away. And Freefall just couldn't really piece a good lap together. So well in all of the drivers other than, you know, Freefall, your absolute massive bottle job. You wouldn't Adam and Eve it, would you? Alpha 1 2 that roll and watch me. I'd love to see it, that roller, mate. Obviously home Grand Prix for yourself. But is that a 1-2 of you winning, or you coming second and rear gunner, being a rear gunner to Mr. Panda? Let's see if anyone. Please don't ready up. If you're listening to the stream, don't ready up on the grid. It will not only ruin everyone else's chance of strategy, it'll ruin your race with a penalty. And Panda's one of those starting on the mediums, as I put in the chat. Don't ready up. Liverpool fan who's done so well to get third has sadly readied up. Don't worry, mate. I won't tell the admins. They have to come to it themselves. Nathan, if you're hearing this, no snitching from me today. Hopefully, drivers have had enough time to sort their strategies out. It's not very hard to do, to be fair. You either go mediums a bit longer than hards, or you go softs and a bit shorter and hards. As let's get all this up. We want the tyres they're on for now, and their telemetry, see their ERS. Get on board with Mr. Panda for now. Obviously a man who's starting on the mediums, like Liverpool fan as well. So we would love to be seeing those boys, you know, hold their positions for now. Is he in the session or is that an AI? Because he is ghosted. I'm going to send him another invite in case. I'm not overly sure. So I'm sending him another invite in case, because he is ghosted on my screen. I think he is lagged out, which means me sending him another invite. Of course the race he gets on pole is looking to have lagged out. Apparently there's been an incident from Codemasters, Rizzle Stick says. I'm not sure. Who else is... There's a few who have seemed to have gone here. Well, as well, this is interesting. I know. Well, there's a few ghosted cars here. I'm on board with Panda. It's 5 likes, and away we go. Is he back in control of his car? He is. I think we're backing out and resetting the lobby. I'm not sure though, because it looks like there's quite a few pause. I think Panda's now in control of his car. A lot of incidents going on here. Oh, as McConey goes round. Fake. Lots of debris back there. How is that not a VSC or something? So a lot of ghosting. Well then. And of course, it's broken. Paradox leads though. Panda second. There we go. Paradox on softs. Rizzle Sticks has dropped. We'll get position changes up. That makes it a bit easier for us all. McConey, the big loser, as well as JD there. I think we're all in. I'm not sure. I'm waiting to hear if anyone needs an needs an invite. They're saying 2-stop strategy here. I would not recommend at all. I'd say a 1-stop is the safest and fastest way to go. As Forster looks to be close up behind Panda here, and of course it's nice and broken. Saying Panda's ghosted again. I'd like to. It says Panda's ghosted. Is that because he's joined under the I can't think of the word. Is it because he's not joined back? Is it because he's joined back during the start? Oh no, he's back now, not ghosting. I think he's back in the session. And to be fair, not to be, oh, and then he almost loses it straight away and Forster goes past. Yep, that's how you can tell he's back in the session. As we see Faker Pit, he had a lot of damage onto Hard, looking to either go extremely long or try takes in, as Rizzle Sticks already on a 3-second penalty. McConey following this little train here. Forster catching up to Paradox already. Deluxey, by the way, who started right down the back doing well. Let's get on board Warrior Huntsman here quickly. Who's looking to get past JD, who did have a spin on the opening lap. JD looks to have got past now though. Crago up behind Jacko here. Freefall as well up behind Drapes. Bless me, jeez. Crago now looks to be following Jacko, obviously on the soft compound tires, which is better than his medium at the moment. Warrior Huntsman goes past JD. There's a yellow flag. Piero has spam or had contact. Let's see if we can. Has he got damage? He doesn't, so can he just keep going. As Drapes and Freefall look to be slowly catching up, and that Roland, to be fair, all quite close to each other, and all quite close to that man who started on pole, Mr. Panda. Let's get on board here with Mr. Freefall, a man who's worked his way into Tier 3 and done quite well. Is going into Tier 3. Is that Infinite Glory spinning at the back? I believe it is. His race hasn't gone quite the way he planned, I feel. From starting in, what was it, P5? Freefall looking to go all the way around the outside. No, it's not going to happen, but look what might happen here. Drapes into Panda. No. McConey gets past JD. Jacko defending from Crago. Let's get on board with Crago here. Will he hold it around the outside of Jacko? No. Jacko, a very stubborn defender. And not in a Magnussen way, just in he does not like to lose positions. Especially in this early stage on those mediums compared to a soft runner. But this is the battle here. Drapes, Freefall, that Roland Liverpool fan, all stuck behind that man Panda, who seems to have sort of gapped him through this section. Obviously with the dirty air, easier to pull away. As you see Drapes run wide and pick up a 3-second time penalty. So actually now get on board with Freefall, who looks to be sort of all over Drapes. Oh, but he sort of loses it. Commentator's curse. We'll find the back of this train as it stands. Forster also slowly catching Paradox. We'll come back to that as that gap probably slowly dwindles. Have a look elsewhere through the pack. We've got JD in the pit lane, McConey close behind Warrior Huntsman. Let's have a look at this quickly. JD onto Meme, so he will be two-stopping. Warrior Huntsman look to have a decent run through there. Alright, let's get back into this battle, which is free fall up behind Drapes. Ooh, Drapes is sort of starting to fall back now from Mr. Panda, relieving the pressure on him. Real Sticks pick up free. There's quite a few penalties up through the mid pack now. Look, Jacko, Craigo, Deluxey, Rizzle Sticks, Drapes up in fourth. Got one Infinite Glory who's last on hards. Also then McConey past Warrior Huntsman here. Let's have a look at this. Just through the middle sector, maybe just sort of let him go. No, he's quicker, let him go. Nothing wrong with that. As it looks like Drapes is in, struggling with those mediums, on for an early pit stop. Probably mediums, 2-stop. Yellow flag in sector 3. Is that Infinite Glory again? I believe it is. It's not gone great for him today. That road up behind Freefall here now. Freefall's now lost the DRS that he was getting from Drapes, and now kind of becomes a bit of a sticking. Obviously he gets there because it's double detection, but from now on he won't be getting DRS, so unless he can catch the man in front, CRL Panda, he'll be kind of sort of a bit of a sitting duck with that Roland. He predicted Alfa Romeo 1-2. Obviously his home Grand Prix will be looking to have a great race. He's up 7 from the start. Up behind Freefall, and you might say at this point those mediums are probably a bit nicer than the softs. Not by much if these drivers have been able to handle their softs quite nicely, but probably by enough. As he looks to have a go down into this 90-degree right-hander here, got the inside line, turn to the outside, the next corner. If Freefall can hold it, he can, but doesn't look to fight it yet. Maybe looking for the DRS into turn on. No, he's actually looking to pit. So now that means that Roland now loses the DRS. Probably a bit reactionary to Mr. Drapes, who went onto mediums. Freefall may have just hit the stage where you can kind of pit for hards. By the way, Infinite Glory has retired from last place, kind of citing how his afternoon has gone. Deluxey up to 7th, by the way, who started last, crashed out in Q1 on those hards, having a beautiful race. Freefall onto hards, looking to go to the end. As, ooh, yellow flag. It is Warrior Huntsman's DNF. It's a full safety car. Oh yes, indeed it is. As Drapes almost swipes him. Same with Freefall getting out of the way nicely. Now this is almost perfect timing for the front two. They've built up a bit of a gap there, but whilst everyone else is trundling round, they'll be able to get their free pit stop in. You might even see these medium runners pit to go to hards, just to kind of cover off the lead too. But if you're someone like Panda, do you play it brave? Do you go for a set of mediums again if you are going to pit? Do you stay out? Do you come in? Panda stays out. He will be taking the lead. He has done this before on the safety car and then spans. Hopefully he doesn't do it again. He will be staying out. Maybe looking to go a bit longer. I'm expecting to see Paradox and Forster in for hards. Yeah, that's one set of white striped tyres and another up here. Indeed. Who else is in? Forster held a bit there. That Roland in for a pair of white striped hards. Craigo stays out on softs, very peculiar. Deluxey a big winner here, so's Leon, who on hard have worked their way up, especially Deluxey. If he can keep this going, driver of the day performance from him. But look who's leading the safety car. The man who qualified on pole, but considering now that Forza and Paradox will be able to go to the end, you'd have to say maybe it works better for those two. And also now Marconi bang slap in the middle of Paradox and Forza, which means if Forza can't clear Marconi quickly on those fresh hards, which sometimes take a couple of laps to bed in, will give Paradox time to possibly shoot off in front and secure a nice easy race win. Another lap as Tomo pitted for hards, which is good for him. He'll be able to just, you know, blaze it around now, almost get those right up, you know, up to temps. Crago's, well, that's the equivalent to F1 suicide. He's pitted second lap under the safety car. Everyone's caught up. He will drop to the back. I don't get why he didn't just, you know, pit the first time round. We'll give Tomo a chance, as I was saying, sorry, to you know, blast it around those hards, get them nice and up to temperature. Hopefully by the time he catches the safety car, it'll be pretty far around sector 2 or 3 and he'll have them right and nice up to temperature. If I was him here, I would be a bit tactical. If I saw him catching the pack a bit, just ease off a bit. Get that ERS off, yeah, he's gone now. Get that off, you know, just try and make them think, you know, safety cars, you know, not going to come in at the end of this lap, and then bang, join the queue right at the end, have the nice warmest tyres of the whole pack, bang, make up positions. But that's just me being a bit snidey and sneaky. So but you know, that's what you've got to do in F1. You've got to, any means necessary. I think Panda's listening to Stream Herdlands, you know, backed off of it. As Tomo will be catching the pack this lap, so you know, he will be indeed seeing a safety car restart done by this man, Mr. Panda, unless he Max Verstappen's it from the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. As we see there, safety car in this lap. Tomo, look, as I said, perfect almost, at a hard 2/3 of a lap. You know, get those hards nice up to temperature, keep them up to temps now, and fly past all these on their cold tyres. However, Chris, an experienced man, you know, the many a safety car restart in his time, backing the pack up well. When will he go? Will he go late? It looks like he'll be going late. Into the final corner, and he bolts. No, he doesn't. He loses it. Backs him off again. Not by enough though. Oh, Panda. Jacko in a prime position here. Will he look to go past both of them? He thinks better of it for now. Panda leaving a gaping chasm into turn 1. But looks to hold on for now. Jacko alongside. Side by side into this corner. Deluxey, ooh, bit of contact between Liverpool fan and Deluxey. Liverpool fan holds on for now. Deluxey having quite a good start there on those hards. Always Freefall picks up a penalty here. Oh, yellow flag, who's gone? JD's gone on those fresh mediums. Or fresh-ish mediums, shall we say. As we look to see if Panda can pull away here from Jacko. Jacko's used a bit more ERS than Panda. And a lot less compared to Liverpool fan, almost 20% less. As Luke Knox gone round in his Ferrari. Freefall making up a few positions here, by the way, because that passed both McLarens. Andreas Idle won't be happy with that one. Sector 3 yellow flag. Who's that? Is that Luke? He's put it in another wall. Is he Peach? No, he's not. He just looked it for a second. Anyway, back to Panda. He's building a gap slowly as yeah, there's Luke gone round again, but into the pits he comes. I wouldn't be surprised to see him retire. It just hasn't quite gone to his way this race, has it? But you know, that's how F1 goes, sadly. But as I was saying, Panda building up a gap that he needs to. He already broke the DRS of Jacko, who's got a bit of a queue forming up behind him. Bit of the old train leaving from Clapham Junction. And this is perfect for, as I said, Mr. Panda. He'll be able to just slowly build away a gap. And, you know, just, you know, get that pit stop window over the other medium runners and the hard runners. By the way, as I said, Forza still not past McConey. As I said during the safety car, if he can't get past quickly, he might start to lose time, which he is now to Panda. Panda, what, 1.8, what, almost 2 seconds clear now of Jacko. And the longer that, well, he's stuck behind everyone else here who's not catching Mr. Panda, more time it brings this race towards Panda's hands. 6-3, 6-2, it's Luke's gone again, sadly. Bless him, it's not gone his way, has it? Let's have a look. Any damage? No, perfect. Love that, Luke. Go on, the boy. I want to see all these drivers do well, as now the gap from Jacko to Panda is getting even bigger. 2.5 seconds. But Jacko, as I said before, stubborn defender, making that car as wide as physically possible, planting it in the middle of every straight. But I think there's not much you'll be able to do now. DRS enabled down that long pit straight, running a bit wide there, but you know, that's fine. You know, well, he's probably picked up a warning, but hey, that's racing, isn't it, at the end of the day? Is that Roland and Forster are battling? It's the last thing Forster wants, which has happened, is that Roland to get past. And now Drapes is going round the outside of Forster. Will he get it done, which now turns to the inside? He has got it done. Forster's dropping like a stone here. Oh, Leon has a bit of an iffy moment. Now McConey looks to get past with the DRS. He does. Paradox now. You'd have to say, with him not having to stop again, prime position as Liverpool fan gets past Jacko. Does he? He does. Jacko doesn't get any DRS because it's double detection. Battling side by side all the way down. Oh, who's gone off here? Leon's gone off in the hards. Jacko and Liverpool fan. Oh, he holds. Oh, big snap from Jacko there. Saves it well. All the time that these are battling, that's very harsh. 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits on Leon. Very, very harsh, I feel. But Jacko's done well to hold on from Liverpool fans for at least another lap. And the man who'll be absolutely buzzing that that's happened is Mr. Panda. He's pulled away a 3.5 second gap now. And look, up to what is that? Forster, I think I can see back there, stuck in this. From Jacko to, what's that? JD is all in this queue pretty much. As I believe Jacko sort of lost it as I switched from him, but he's held the position here. Liverpool fan looks to get past again, he doesn't. Deluxe now looking to go all the way around the outside, hold it and then take the inside for the final corner on those hards, which he looks to be doing now on Liverpool fan. They'll both get DRS. Who's got more power? It's Deluxe, it seems he looks to pull away, he uses DRS. Paradox. And see the rest of them here, all in a bit of a DRS train as Craigo gets past Rizzle Sticks. But yeah, no moves as it seems for now. I think Deluxe had a bit of a snap and then there's drop behind Liverpool fan, but looks to battle it again. Oh, you can hear the touches, Drapes past that Roland. It's all dropping in Panda's hands here. What's that? 5.2 seconds the gap. It was about 3.5 this time last lap, if I'm not mistaken. Was he pulled 2 seconds that lap, maybe? 3-4 and Forster now battling. See, now that these are all stuck in the DRS train, especially in a section like this, and now 3-4's drop behind Piero, two former academy rivals going at it. But as I was saying, Deluxe passed Liverpool fan, by the way. The whole time these are stuck behind Jacko, who's making his car very wide. He's parking the bus for the old Panda up front. We see Liverpool fan pull in, maybe looking to try get out of the train, you know, onto the ferry, shall we say. You know, get some clean air push as Luke spins. Liverpool fan in, dropping down the order. He'll be going to hards to the end, I believe. Faker speeds into the pit lane from hards. He'll be going to mediums to the end, I'd assume. Drake's past McConey. He is. That really looking to go all the way round the outside. Forster having a little reverse lunge almost on him. Going down into the side. That room quickly squashes that one. Once again, Jacko making his car nice and wide. Deluxe won't be getting through any time today if it was down to Jacko. And the man who was leading to the safe car, Paradox, stuck behind them both. And if Deluxe is one of those ones where Paradox probably can't get past Deluxe in a move down the back straight without hitting Jacko, most likely. He's pandering, by the way. He is not, he's going again. Is he going to try to take these long enough so that he can go fresh softs to the end if he's got fresh softs? What about Jacko? He's stayed out. Deluxe, these are all staying out, obviously. McConey's onto the ferry now. That's what I'm going to describe coming to pit lane as, is going into the ferry. Deluxe looking to have a move here on Jacko. Gets past cleanly before the breaking point, but Jacko has a reverse lunge. Doesn't quite work. Now I'm going to lose time. So Paradox, who just goes around the outside. But Jacko holds on. Now he doesn't have DRS here, so he's doing well to hold on through the straight. Side by side. Jacko's going to now get the inside for this corner, holds on. Now will Deluxe now just, you know, head down, push, try to get past Panda. Now this could be detrimental to Paradox's race now if he starts to lose loads of time behind Jacko. Jacko gets a bit of a squirm on there. And maybe looks to lose position. Yeah, 2 into 1 doesn't go there, and Paradox gets through nice and easy. Probably to the anger of Deluxe. But Deluxe on hards isn't actually catching Panda. He was just losing time behind Jacko. He's going to maybe start to drop like a stone here, and might see him pull into the ferry. But a man who isn't is CRL Panda. He's out clear up front. As I check my battery, he's nice and clear out front. Lots of ERS to play with as well. So does Paradox though, as he looks to deploy some here to get into DRS range of Deluxe. Jacko stayed out, so does Drapes again. I really think we're going to see Panda try go to softs. It doesn't look like it's going to rain, so if he can go to softs, hold these for what, another 9 laps? Oh, that's a big ask to hold mediums another 9 laps from here. Obviously, the men to look out for, you know, your Forsters and Cragos and the Esk who have already pitted. You know, your Dat Rolands, those have pitted. Because that's who he will be looking at here and thinking, where do I come out? As Tomway looks to have had a spin in the middle sector. If I was to pit now, oh, there's a big lock up there on the front left, won't be helping that tyre with any possible wear. But the gap's not closing to Deluxe. And Paradox, yes, he's closing, as Jacko's in now. Whereas Paradox hasn't got DRS within this lap, so has only closed in about 4/10 this lap. See, seeing where Jacko comes out could be quite interesting, quite key, as Rizzle Sticks retires in the pit lane after picking a 5-second pit lane speeding penalty. So seeing where Jacko comes out is very key to this. Coming out in P13. So about, he'd probably come out behind JD with Panda right now if he was to pit. Me trying to do, you know, a bit of the old mathematics. I really think he's going to try and go to softs here. Or he's waiting for another safety car. which is a very dangerous game. So that safety car never comes, and that old tyre, which doesn't look the freshest anymore on the front right or front left, you know, pops. Well, yeah, he's in. Safety car hasn't come out in time for him. There's no way he takes softs from here. He must be going hard. Oh, that's a interesting pit lane entry. Deluxey now takes the lead. He's pulled a gap on Paradox this lap. See what he puts on. Surely he's putting on hards. He is indeed. So that Alfa Romeo will just be going a much shorter distance on the hards compared to the others. So fresh hards for Panda. He comes out in front of JD. Not bad considering what. Who else he has to pit? Probably Drapes, you'd say. Deluxey. Maybe that's about it. Maybe Piero. So free fall as well, possibly. Probably not though. I think Panda's now going to be looking to have a bit of a fun race, if shall we say. You know, whack those hards on and just push. Push, push, push. He's got better ERS than pretty much everyone other than Piero around him. And when I say around him, I say in front. If you look here, he's kind of within his own little world out here. Clean air, you know, punching some good laps. This Jacko's out on softs. That means he's definitely do something, because there's no way he drags those, what, 17, 16 laps? Paradox slowly catching Deluxe here. If it was viable, I think Deluxe here just wouldn't pit. As Luke 14 not goes off here. Well, it says he's just revving through his engine. That's a bit unpleasant. I'll be getting off that quite quickly, because that seems quite unpleasant to listen to. Once again, Deluxey, like, seemed to pull a gap through sector 1 on Paradox. See what his middle sector's like. Lost a bit of time there, but all the work he's done to make up loses through running a bit too deep and running over the curb. But I think, in terms of raw pace with no sort of mistakes involved, Deluxe is actually the quickest, or the quicker out of the pair here. Obviously losing that momentum as he is into the pit lane, onto mediums to the end, maybe softs if he's feeling the old risk. No speeding from him, well done that man. So Panda, Freefall, all of those will be promoted one. Paradox back into the lead, but Drapes isn't far behind, and if he's got a pit again, he might be looking, you know, let me get in front of him, you know. Let me just push in front, get that clean air, build a gap, and then pit. Treacle picks up another 3-second time penalty. But as I was saying, Drapes not far behind Paradox here. Looking to just close up that gap. But that's DRS here. Paradox luckily getting it off Luke, who is a lap down. Oh, it would have been the biggest of all lunges if he was going to have a go into there. By the way, Panda dropped about 2 seconds since coming out the pit lane to free fall here. So let's have a look at McConey here, who has spun as I've gone on to him. We'll get off him as Deluxe goes past Liverpool fan. Yep, we'll get off that McConey. Yep, won't be looking at that too much. The man that we are now going to look at is Freefall, slowly catching in on Craigo, who's catching Forster, who's catching Piero, who's catching that Roland, which basically means it's time for another Hungarian train. The Hungarian man leading a Hungarian Grand Prix train. He will be going to the end, so I mean, and without a penalty, I mean, why not? That's basically P2 there for him. Predicted a 1-2 on the podium. I mean, if you get half of that with a P2 for him, he'd be buzzing. This Drape's looking to drop away from Paradox here. Ooh, there's a bit of debris stuck in that curve there. Ooh, that's different. Anyway, as I was saying, both of these men quite low on the old ERS. So look, Piero, the only man so far, is above 20%. Freefall has 30. Panda with about 50 as well. So it's time for these boys to, you know, get the old hammer out. Hammer time. Push through, try blitz past all these boys. And really make a proper meal out of their race. Get something that they can be proud with. Or of, shall we say. Jump ball with Forster here, who's stuck up behind Piero. Or is that Roland gone? No, it's fine, it's just a bit of a lag spike. That's perfectly fine and normal. Just saw the big old red X. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, Forster up behind Piero here. Piero kind of just sitting in the DRS for now, but he has just dropped out of that Roland. Those mediums won't be feeling the nicest right now. Is that Roland, has he gone? He may have done. No, just, I don't know if it's just lag or. But Forster's suddenly dropped behind free. Maybe he's had a bit of a half spin there and just dropped back, or I don't know. However, that Roland, I'm going to try get that man an invite here because obviously I don't want him missing out. And let's see if I can remember his PSN. See, this is not great for stream content, but I am the only man here today. What's his? Ah, if I could spell, that would be useful. I'm very sorry for this, what we will be calling an intermission. There we go, get that man another invite. Reduces too much time. Very sorry for that inconvenience, but no news. Panda's caught up a big nice chunk. So's Deluxey, who's out on mediums, probably have more pace than Panda here. But it was looking shaping to be a very good race for that run until that happened. Or that, to make a nice little pun out of his name. Hopefully he's able to join back nice and quickly. But as I was saying, Panda closing the gap here to these boys in front. Forced to get a bit squirmy now. Obviously these halves becoming a bit not the nicest. By the way, join back here. Drake's right behind that right up behind Paradox. I wonder if Paradox had an issue of Drapes is just, you know, gung ho, put the foot down. Either way, I'm now excited for this. Hopefully. Bit of a scrap. Obviously those mediums not the nicest. You might be looking to take those to the end. Oh, is there a safety car for Leon who's gone? Well, McConey's a perfect timing there. That's lovely. Hopefully that's that Roland saying he knew. It said you got kicked by the host. Well, McConey, what have you got to say about that? No. Yeah, that Roland, mate, you should have another invite. I'm very, very sorry. I know you're very excited about this race. Seen it in the chat all week. I don't know if there's anything I can do. Obviously, I am not the host. Also, good evening to Kieran Enshaw, Mr. Hedgehog. Hedgehog 11. currently 4th. Doesn't even let me ready up. Ah, that's not beneficial, shall we say. Checo running United, happy days. Ah, bit of the old football. These EFL Young Player of the Year, love to see it. Hey, in other news, look at all these men in on softs. Paradox had an absolute worldie in front of a Liverpool fan. And they've all sort of trickled out now. But Paradox now has a chance to run absolutely long and get past hopefully these boys. Deluxey, by the way, absolute corker. The man started pretty much dead last. He's up to first with 9 laps to go and with a legitimate chance of winning it if he can get 3 seconds away from Mr. Paradox, who obviously by the time the safety car's in, probably what, 8-7 laps to go. So it's feasible that he can do it if he can force Paradox into a mistake for a time penalty, or I don't know, all sorts. As we sort of wait for him to snake round here. Ah, Luke Knock right in the thick of it here. Is he going to just pit to get out of the way, or is he just going to... No, he's going to keep going, which... I mean, he will ghost on the restart, which is perfectly fine. Just not ideal for these men here. But a man who will be in an ideal world right now is Deluxey. The man who's in... I believe that's... You can't tell from the number. I was going to say... I'm going to go with Checo's racing point from last year. Just because I feel... 4-star... I was going to say he's the number 1, but realistically a number 1 would probably be Checo on the team. But you know, Daddy's Cash with Lance Stroll, number 1. So we'll go with Checo. Checo's racing point from last season. Safety car is in this lap. That Roland, by the way. Are you back in? I believe you are. Love to see it, my man. You've come back in second with 18 lap old hards. Basically a sprint race to the end. If you can manage to park the bus between now and the end, you're in for a good result here if you can keep up with Deluxey whilst parking the bus. Very easy to do around Hungary, but we're on board with Deluxey here. On the safety car restart, we're going to get a lovely cinematic view as he goes round the final corner. Last time he did one of these, he spun in Spain. This time he's done it perfectly. Or has he? Because that Roland is not far behind. That Roland looking to go all the way around the outside here? No, he's not going to. We'll put the RS on him a bit early there. Maybe a touch, gives him a bit of back end loss, but pulls away from Paradox behind. Bit of a gap forming as Forster is past freefall. He is, but isn't past Mr. Panda, the man from Wales in P8, the man who qualified on pole nonetheless. By the way, am I going to be speaking to Drapes again, who's told me in Austria he hasn't had the best year for F1, and that he's really happy to get, you know, the old win in Austria, and then now look at him. Since I'm on commentary, he's right up there It'd be open eye commentating for every race he ever does. Right up behind Paradox here. Drops off a bit through there with not the best line, but that's perfectly fine. My man will be rubbing his hands together. It's sort of like the old Jacko Panda situation from before. Deluxe out in front on the nicer tyres. That Roland sort of parking the bus for a little bit. And here we go. It's going to be Drapes to look to go on. You know you want to. Dive bomb Drapes. Go down the inside. Yes. Hold it. Oh my man, it's a bit of the old squeeze on the exit, but that's racing at the end of the day, and that's not me being biased against Paradox. I think he's a lovely guy, but Drapes is a man I'd love to see do well. Lovely man every time I've spoken to him. Oh, is he going to have a look at that road? Oh, that road very much parking the bus there, but I feel Paradox will be able to come back at Drapes here due to the old train. The only way to put it, Alfa Romeo train. Using PK Orla money. World's best Hungarian train by PK Orland. You can just imagine it now. As we have Paradox. Is he going to have a look to now dive bomb on Drapes? He picks up another 3-second penalty. He's up to, oh god, 12 seconds of penalties. As Panda. What are you doing to me, man? You're winning. You're on pole. And now look at you. Pathetic. P13. No, I'm only joking, Chris, mate. But what isn't a joke is Drapes going down the inside of that Roland here. By the way, I love how Luke's giving it a proper go with Paradox. I'd love to see that. Obviously, not for Paradox, but, you know, let Luke enjoy himself. In other news, he's now got to get past that Roland. And Drapes will be hoping that a bit of magic from that Roland can hold him up for 12 seconds so that he can get a podium. But for that Roland, home Grand Prix podium is looking like, if he can just keep it between the white lines. 6-2 yellow flag. Who's gone now? It's Luke. Bless him. He's not had the best day, shall we say. Oh, it's Paradox looks to go around the outside of that Roland there, but he was having none of it. Gives him the outside line to this tight 90-degree right-hander. Forces him wide. Oh, bit racy when rejoining. Be interesting to see if that Roland has anything to say or send in about that one, shall we say. By the way, Liverpool fans done brilliantly well to hold off the soft runners. Notably, Piero's looking to go around his outside now. Which now turns to the inside and then back to the outside for turns 2 and 3. So he kind of wants... Oh, as he gets a tap from Crago, who's running a bit hot there and got end plate damage. He holds off around the outside of Liverpool fan. Great overtake. And man, we haven't really seen much of today in terms of positivity. Force throughs slowly sort of not had the greatest race going. Now defending from free fall, trying to keep one eye forward and one eye back almost, as free fall is a very racy man indeed. But no matter what, as I said earlier, he will be guaranteed an interview tonight so we can talk about his championship win. As Jacko gets past Tomo, down the inside there. Now Panda, maybe he'll have a look. No, thinks better of it. But a man who probably won't think better of it is Piero, wanting to go on and get himself a podium. A man I know very well from his days in the academy earlier this season. Gets past that Roland, the Hungarian. But that Roland, oh, bit of contact, get on board. Liverpool fan to see this. A bit of a drag race now. A slight bit of contact, nothing major. Now Liverpool fan, oh, that's a bit naughty. It kind of punts his way past that Roland. Oh, he's now spun! And put it in the wall and got end plate damage. Oh, poor man. He's having such a good race, from lag outs to all sorts, and it's all just gone wrong. But I mean, in terms of the podium situation now, it looks like we might be seeing Deluxey win with that 3-second penalty. No, we want this one. Yeah, as it stands, if Deluxey can just, you know, not get a penalty, he'll be fine. Yeah, Drapes was never looking the greatest position with the old penalty. But if he can get his foot down, push, maybe get a DRS of Deluxey and just hope to punch past him, get clean air, you know. Just make the best out of a bad situation. And that's the end of that Rollins race. He pulls into the pit lane and retires. Bless him. It's not been the greatest day for him. Is Luke not retiring? No, he's just pitting again. Love that. Never give up. Great energy. And he's actually on to get a point if he finishes. Well done, that man. A team to have a day to forget is our constructors leaders. Yeah, McLaren not having the greatest, Mercedes even, not McLaren, Mercedes not having the greatest day. Marconi in 14th Infinite Glory retired very early on, which opens up the Constructors' Championship a bit, which is something all of these would want to win as part of their team. And Racing Point about to get a big haul over Mercedes at least. You know what? So 7. Drapes might have made a good bit of damage limitations here in terms of finishing position due to everyone else other than Forster's penalties. Paradox now picks up 3 seconds, which now puts Piero, if he can close in prime position for P2. Well in Marconi, the boy, he gets the fastest lap on a fresh pair of softs. Once again, a man that I've spoken to quite a lot, which has not been his way tonight. A man whose way it is going at the moment is Deluxey. The man who, once I remind you, where is it? Where are you? Started pretty much plumb last. Crashed in qualifying 1. Is going to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. Unless he bottles it, which I hope he doesn't. Final lap now. Drake's pushing his absolute hardest also to make damage limitations out of this race. But let's have a look at Liverpool fan here, who's having the old look on Piero, who's soft. I feel the softs, I did say this, we're always going to start to go off at the end. But that's probably right into the hands of this man, who's coming around the penultimate corner. It suddenly got very grey in Hungary over the last couple of laps. Luckily it hasn't rained, but even if it did rain, it wouldn't dampen this man's spirits as Deluxey rounds the final corner. And from P19 to P1 wins the Hungarian Grand Prix from Drapes on track, but he is going to miss out due to those time penalties. Paradox in second for now. Piero, will he get on the podium? He does. Forster only gets 5th. Drapes has pulled out a P4 out of that. Well done, that man. Our championship winner Forster P5. Liverpool fan 6th. Panda recovers to 7th. free fall to 8th. JD and Crago round out the top 10. And what a race for this man, Deluxey. He's had his Checo Perez moment. As we are waiting for this man, who's not had the best day, bless him, to get his 1 point. Well done, that man. So let's get these boys in here. So Forster, I'm going to do it as they accept. It's up to these boys if they want to. A man I speak to quite often is Mr. Forster. See what the other boys say. A lot of penalties up and down the field here. Piero and Forster, a few have only not to get it, penalties, but obviously driver day's got to be deluxe. Look, P19 to P1, Piero P20 to P3. The back row boys have made the podium. But a man I've said I was going to speak to all day, even though it didn't have the best race, our championship winner Forster. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. You?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's double check. Can you double check if your voice is on sharing for me, mate?
Yeah, of course, it normally is.
Yeah. Just before I do a whole interview and it's not on. Yeah. We don't need to talk about the lot. We don't need to talk about Monza. Right, I did 3 interviews or 2 interviews and neither of you had your mic on. We don't talk about. Settings. Love it. Yeah, should be on allow, but yeah. So very well done to you, my friends, on winning the championship. Obviously, normally you wouldn't be having an interview after a race like that, but obviously, as I didn't get to speak to you last week, as well as you winning the championship with 4 rounds to go, how are you feeling about that, my friend?
Yeah, all good, thank you. I don't feel like I've won many races this season, but just
I was going to say that I haven't seen you win many, but you've just always been in and around, haven't you?
Yeah, that's it. You just keep it clean, no penalties, and kind of end up in the top 5 a lot, which has kind of done the job. So
you are one of, I believe, 2 or 3 tonight who didn't get penalties during the entire Hungarian Grand Prix, which is very well done to you. You and Piero, who he also managed to get on the podium himself, so very well done from you boys.
I had a bit of a nightmare tonight. I was on 2 warnings, so I had to be a bit careful, but I at one point my TV tried to turn itself off. It blocks the whole screen.
Yeah.
So I had to pause the game.
Pause, yeah.
Yeah, and I think about 2 or 3 cars got past me, which was pretty annoying. And then obviously the safety car could have done without that. Panda overtaking me on the way into the pit lane could have done without that as well.
Oh, did he? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, safety car was out, and there was a slow queue ahead of me.
Ah.
I thought, surely you can't do it in the safety car, and of course he goes bombing past, and it seemed to be right.
Ah, lovely. Well, I mean...
Before he spun, though, again.
Yep, again.
So,
yep.
It's all good.
He loved talking him up, gets pole and all. I'm here shouting, oh, Panda's on pole. Oh, look at that.
Where did he finish? Did he finish?
P8, I believe. Yeah, a bit of a recovery. He's P13 with about 6 laps to go, so alright recovery.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, just wanted to bring you in to congratulate you as well, and yeah, just say well done winning the championship. But the man I want to talk to, our driver of the day, Deluxey. Hello, my friend.
Hello.
Hello, my friend. How are you feeling? Well done.
Thank you.
I said very good race. Yeah, finally, very good race for you. Have you got your? Do you know if you've got your voice on sharing? If you could check for me, if you go to settings.
What?
So if you go into your settings, you can have your voice on sharing. I'll see if I can find where
I can tell
it
you
is.
if you want.
Yeah, just so if it's on for the interview, hopefully.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's see if I can.
One moment.
Yeah, it is on.
Take a
I've just
look.
checked. Yeah, it is on, I believe.
I'll just read out a message a conversation that we had before the race tonight. I said, "Are you all good for tonight, bud? Need a win. Need to get a win from you before the end of the season. Plus, I'm not great at Hungary." And then he goes a win from the back. So
Yeah, I was
fair
gonna
play.
say. I picked up at the start. I said, "Poor Deluxe, he's not had the rub of the green lately. Like, not had the best of luck." And then you've got on one from the back row.
Yeah.
Safety car
But
played to your
after my
hands.
crash in Q1, I
Yeah.
thought that was it.
Well, your bad day was there,
Yeah, I wanted too much in this turn.
and then it all just sort of didn't go your way.
But
And
I
then-
think the strategy from Forster saved my race.
Well, him pitting on the safety car.
Good.
Him
He
pitting
told
on...
me he would start on hards and go on the mediums.
Ah,
So-
look at you, Forster, you tactical guy.
So technically, I still won, even though it wasn't me,
you've
right?
still you've won without winning, mate. Well done. Come on. Obviously, you two, the Racing Point drivers, good for your constructors' battle, with especially with Merck not having the greatest week. So close the gap
Really?
on those. Yeah, there was McConey in 14th, and Infinite Glory didn't finish. So
Oh,
I
okay.
think McConey may have an incident. He was ahead of me, and I think someone may have hit him. I can't remember who.
I have a feeling I remember seeing a few incidents tonight, shall we say?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, there was.
Can't wait to have a read through those. But yeah, Deluxey, I was going to say, from the back, that safety car right at the end saved you pretty much, because by the time, you know, all the soft runners came in for their pit stop, by the end all their tyres had gone off, hadn't they, really? And you just was out front on your own.
Yeah.
And with that rolling, you know, parking the bus for a bit, not letting people get past, it gave you all the time in the world to drive off in front into the Hungarian clean air.
Yeah.
Very
Who
good.
I have to ask, who was the roadblock after the first safety car?
It
They're in
was
about, I think-
Jacko.
Panda was
Yes,
running
Jacko.
away, and then there was about 10 cars.
10
like,
car.
in
I did
close
point this out.
succession.
I said at one point, you could look back from Jacko's point of view and see you still coming through the other SB, like the other 90-degree turn behind in the middle sector.
Yeah,
There's
about
all of
10
you in
places
about.
back.
There's literally all of you in about 8 seconds from second to 10th.
Yeah,
It was
mad.
mental, and Panda just kind of went off in the distance, but didn't work out for him in the end. With obviously you getting the free pit stop on the safety car, both of you, and then Deluxey managed to make it go to the end, obviously on those mediums. So well done to you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna let you boys go off as well, because obviously, well, not that late, but late-ish. So let you boys go off, enjoy your evenings, and we'll see you next week for Kota. What are your thoughts on that,
Yeah.
America? In terms of the track, nothing
again.
political here, lads. Just
Nothing special, doesn't do a lot for me. Same as
I
Hungary,
mean-
really. I'm not great at it. so.
doesn't really matter for you, though, does it? At this point, like,
No, good point, yeah,
you've
good
already, you've already done your business. What about you, Deluxey? Do you like America?
Thank you. Nah, not really.
So it's one of those you've gone for. It's going to be like, this is your peak. This is your Rocky moment. You've won, and it's going to go downhill from here. No, hopefully not.
No.
But yeah, I'll let you boys go off. So thank you for joining me again, you two, Forster, for about the 4th interview in a row.
Yeah, and I wasn't even on the podium.
Yeah, no, but you've won the championship, so I thought I'd give you one.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So be seeing you boys next week.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
All right, thank
I
you.
hope.
See you later.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
In a bit. Thank you, lads.
Bye
Take
bye.
care.
Goodbye.